And I'll send this to John, because John's comment was that the ducking for the StreamYard thing was not the best. Podcasting. Okay. What are you doing, dude? It sounds very loud. Whatever you're doing.
Nail polish.
Oh my God.
Somehow, Elsie,
Yes.
I got 3 of almost the exact same color.
I'm not surprised, because I do that all the time.
But it's just annoying when you see them next to each other. Like, I'm not surprised either, because I also, when I was younger, used to buy the same black pants just over and over. And I would come home and be like, fuck, I have 4 of these.
Yes. Wait, when did I just did that. I literally just bought, I just bought something that was exactly the same
It's just irritating.
color, and it's all based on the color. And I remember going like, I'm going to get this one. And it was exactly the same, but I don't remember what it was. I can't remember what the hell. But anyway, it was that. Yes, absolutely. The colors will always get me. The colors will always do it.
Just prove that we're creatures of habit.
Yeah. And we're drawn to the same things. Now, speaking about that, before we get started with the show, I am going to now publicly ask you to stop my subscription.
Oh, come on.
To the event agenda.
Oh, all right.
Mind you, though, I was really, I'm going to do an unboxing for it, because I got a box. It's a box this month.
That's great. Why
is it a box?
Stop it?
Huh?
Why can't you just have
it? Because it's like, I mean, come on now.
What?
I can't have you keep paying for my stationary habits.
It's not. It's one. Oh my God. It's one gift once a month. It's so little.
It's a box. This week, it's a box. I usually get it's a little envelope, right? And you open it up and it's like, this is a box. And I cannot wait to do an unboxing for my YouTube channel, because I'm not going to even open it until I open it when I'm recording.
But it's not like I am going broke giving it to you.
Still.
Also, every time I click the thing to log in, it wants me to log into Shopify. I can't even cancel it, even if I want to. It's
Why
annoying.
Shopify? Oh, because it's probably are using that on their own. They're probably using it there. I mean, that's their whatever.
It just says one step left. To finish setting up your new web address, go to your domain and enter avantagenda.com. So something's wrong with the website right now.
Oh, great.
Oh, so I can't cancel it.
But anyway, it's a box. And I'm like, what? But still.
Yeah. Are you going to tell us what's in it or not until?
Of course, I'm telling you, I'm going to record a YouTube unboxing, because it makes me happy to do that. So
yeah, okay, good.
That's what I'm going to do. It's going to be an exciting thing. Okay, so shall we start recording? You ready?
Actually, no.
Oh wait, hold. I gotta check for my system preferences. Really
I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand.
Okay, got it.
Talk to myself for hours.
You ready?
Nope, I'm pulling up Audition right now. Here we go. Let me just check let me do my little test. This is episode 390. Holy shit.
Holy crap.
Holy crap on a cracker. I can't believe it. All right, we're good.
We're ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press record. Okay.
Hello.
Hi. You recording?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right.
5, 4, 3,
2, 1. Press record. Yes.
Yeah, so I did do it. What is that? What was that? Do it again. Use me again. Why is it so funny? I don't know. It's ridiculous. How am I supposed to be serious? This is why I'm not ever serious. It's because of you. And then you make me look like a clown. But it's you. You're the clown.
Okay. All right.
It's just funny. I don't even know why. Oh, God.
Okay. So you're going to have to start the show.
Oh, you're right. I do, don't I? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to She Podcasts, the podcast. This is episode 390. I cannot believe I've gotten on this microphone 390 times with Elsie Escobar, although I have been absent for some. She's been absent for some, but wow, we've made it to 390. We're almost at 400. Whoa, I can't believe it. Anyway, I'm Jessica Kupferman. I'm sorry. With me, as always, the very bouncy but phenomenal Elsie Escobar.
Yes.
She's like bouncing off the walls today. It's been a pretty exciting day so far, so maybe that's why.
Maybe that is correct. Mind you, we haven't recorded in a while, so maybe it's like
That's
all
true.
that bent up.
Pent
is it
up.
bent up or pent up?
Pent
with
up.
a P, not with a bent.
Bent up is different. Bent up is like, not straight, damaged, broken.
So do you
warped.
does one actually use that term though and say like, are you bent up? Do you say that?
Pent up. Yeah. Pent up aggression. Pent up.
No, pent.
you out.
Yes. But what I'm saying is bent. Do you ever
No,
say
that's
that
not
to
a thing.
somebody?
No.
That's not a thing.
No.
You're not bent up. You're pent up.
This morning, Isaac told me that if he had to be in his, because something's wrong with his classroom, so they were in the art classroom, I guess Friday, and he goes, "If we have to be in the art classroom today, I'm gonna be rapid." And I was like, "Do you mean rabid? And do you know what that means?" I said, "What does rapid means?" He was like, I said, "What do you mean by that? How are you going to be rapid?" And he was like, "I'm just going to be annoyed." And I was like, "Oh, you mean rabid, like a dog, like a rabid dog." He had no idea what I was talking about. Rapid. He's so funny.
Oh
I like how he picks up expressions without any concept or idea of what they mean. It's my favorite thing about him.
I love that.
He
but
will say shit
also
all day, he doesn't understand. It's the best.
Well, that's kind of like me. I just did it with bent up.
Did you just learn bent up though, or have you had that one in your pocket?
No. I mean, I often say it, but I never actually really questioned. I've never questioned whether or not it was with a B or a P,
That's hilarious.
Which is probably not the best.
How would you know? It sounds like a B.
Right.
How would you know?
I often don't research sayings. I just say the thing. So,
yeah, but like, have you ever read like dirty stories? There's a lot of pent up action happening in those. Like my mom had a lot of smutty romance novels, and there's a lot of pent up aggression in those books.
Wouldn't that be bent up?
No, hopefully not. You don't want it to be bent up sexually. That's terrible. Have you ever been in that position?
What? We're not going there. I know I'm the one that brought it there, but yes, no.
Okay,
no,
well,
we're not
saying is it's not always an easy task to
correct. Okay.
To handle.
All right.
That.
Sure.
Depending on the angle, of course.
Oh my God.
Some angles work in your favor, some don't.
Let's talk about emojis instead.
Okay. All right. Emojis, because Elsie is uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Emojis.
So listen. Every year, new emojis are released on iOS. Usually is what begins, I think, the whole entire process. I may be wrong though, because I actually don't know about the exact protocol or what happens whenever new emojis are released. Usually we cover them, and because whenever there's a new when iOS is coming out, they tend to have emojis. So iOS 16.4 is released. Wait, it says
so it's already out. If you haven't updated, this is what you'll be getting, right?
And there are some new ones. Yes.
Okay.
Mind you, though, wait, hold up one
Are we
moment.
going to
What-
share our screen and show people, or should we?
Why don't you go ahead and share the screen? Although, is it already released? Like, that's the part that I'm
What
sort of
screen? I don't know.
confused by.
Hold on. Slides.
They
share
were
I
with the
cannot
16.4. The update is
All
currently,
right.
no, it's the update is on 16.4. That's why I was confused. I'm like, no, it's not live. The update is currently in developer beta mode and will be available on Apple devices later this spring.
All right. So, this is what we
So
have to look forward to then.
yes, and these articles, we can look at them, and oh my God, these are really huge emojis that I see.
Well, I'm not
in
showing them yet. Ah! Fuck.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
What happened? Oh, you spilled.
Yes.
Oh my God. Jessica spilled the thing. Should I? I'm going to remove this shit.
Sorry.
Okay. For those of you who are not watching or don't know what happens behind the
my
scenes with every recording of She Podcast,
Oh, you
Jess-
guys. I just ruined my desk.
yes, Jess anchors her brain by doing her nails.
I'm just gonna need a tablecloth on here because I ruined the wood. Ruined it just now. While the mouse is sticking to the wood. That's how ruined it all is.
The mouse is sticking to the wood. This is not a
It was a
good
wood
thing.
finish table, and now it's got alcohol and acetone on it. Oh my God, I cannot believe how badly. Yes, you see this face? This is me right now.
Wait, no, you can't see it. Add to screen. There we go. Shaking face that really gets us. That face.
Unbelievable. Sorry,
Is
guys.
the face.
Literally, there's no one watching, so it doesn't matter. But, whew, okay.
So, for those of you listening, Jess spilled her nail polish on her wooden desk.
No, nail polish remover.
Remover.
polish
Oh,
was
good.
way
Okay.
better.
Still, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Remover on the desk. And she is showing one of the new emojis, which are the first one that we're looking at right now is the shaking face emoji.
Shaking face.
So the shaking face emoji is essentially a picture of an emoji that's a surprised emoji, but it's shaking.
Face, but like blurry as if it's in a hurry.
Yeah, blurry as in like you can't see because you need glasses now, and or you are super drunk. Either one of those two things, and then it's shaking. So you're going to be like, what is happening? So that's what she feels like right now. This is a wonderful time to understand the context of using this emoji. It's when you spill nail polish remover on your desk and you're like, this is the shaking face that we are looking at.
Believe I just ruined my entire desk.
I'm sorry, dude.
That's terrible.
But I know that there's somebody listening, John, who is going to go. He's going to be listening and nodding with his head, going up and down, going like, yep, not surprised.
What else do we get?
Okay, we have a single heart, pink heart now on emojis. Jess.
Do you know why we haven't had this until now?
Yes, I actually did ask on Mastodon.
Tell us.
And it seems like this has been in the works for like essentially ever. Because in order for emojis to be approved,
voted in,
it takes so long. And I think I don't think I have it. Do I have it in here? Is this the article? Yeah. Oh my God, I did. I put it in here, like the article that was shared with me. I'll put a link in the show notes about that. And they actually walk all the way through as to why there are not all the colors are there. And it's super interesting. And one of the things that I learned is that sometimes people can't see this color.
Red.
This pink.
Oh, some people can't see. No, you're right. Pink. Because red is some of the ones that they can see if they're colorblind. Some people see colorblind blue, yellow. And I think some people see colorblind red, green.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why let me go back to it. So that's why the pink heart.
Yes, that's right.
That's very interesting.
It's really interesting. And there's an entire, because it's so funny because I was on Mastodon. I'm like, I'm curious as to why this wasn't there before. And somebody's like, well,
Yeah.
here's an
they know
article that
everything.
explains everything. I was like, oh my God, there's like a whole in-depth.
They know everything on Mastodon. Okay. The next one is a high five, two hands being pushed together. Oh, no, wait.
Yes.
No, they're not together. This
No,
is one
they're
emoji,
separate. No,
and
they're
this is one
separate.
emoji.
It's like a right and a left hand.
Yeah,
That's
so
like
you could put this right hand up against a whole lot of stuff, like a peach.
Yes.
You want to spank someone's tushy.
Yeah, so it's like
Notice
a whole,
I go to the
it's
most
like
useful use of the emoji, the
It's-
sexual.
it's like a
deviant.
talk to the hand. It's like talk to the hand.
Yeah, but we have that already because we have like a high
Yeah,
five.
but this is an even better one. Anyway, all right.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, next.
Next we have a
root.
ginger root.
Wait, where am I?
All right. I mean,
Talk about bent up.
talk about look at that.
What
I
is this
mean-
for? Oh, it says gut health enthusiasts will be all over this one. I mean, okay. It does look like ginger. Whatever. Maracas.
Maracas. Woo!
Hey, right next to the sombrero.
I
Because they
think
do have,
that's
that's it.
I mean, I think there's more, but I don't think I have them all in here. I think that there's more.
that's all
These are
there
the
is in-
favorites. These are the favorites.
Okay.
I want to see if there's another article that has like
I can
No.
look. Hold on.
anyway, but these are the favorite ones, but the shaking face one is like one of our favorites. Everybody kind of really wants that.
I do like I do like that.
There's
one as
because there's
well.
21 new emojis. There's
Oh yeah,
21.
you go to Emojipedia.
Okay. Are you going to show the other ones so that we
Yeah.
can all see the ones that we
Yeah,
haven't seen
I
yet?
can find them. Absolutely. Hold on. Right. Lately, Google Lens has been taking over my.
What's Google Lens? Oh, what? Why
I
are
don't
you
know.
using
It's
Google
just like
Lens?
it's bothering my Look at my hand from cleaning that up. Ugh. Anyway, all right, here I'm sharing again. New emojis. Let's see. See, this is what I mean. Why does this come up?
Whoa. Yeah, that's not right.
I don't want that.
Why is that happening there?
Can you see that? Hold on. I gotta stop and start again. Hold on.
Stop and start.
I didn't mean to say.
I'm gonna stop and start.
I don't know why I said it like that. Stop and start. It just came out. All right, here's the rest. You can delete this out of the show, John, if you want. Okay, here we go. There it is.
All
We got a
right.
jellyfish, a moose, a donkey, wings, a black crow,
A goose.
flute. Yeah. A hyacinth, my favorite flower. These are my favorite
Ooh.
flowers. Peas, Japanese fan, hair pick. What's that? And our new RSS symbol. Like we needed
It's
that.
like
What's this?
it's a Wi-Fi. It's a Wi-Fi symbol. Wait, what is that
What's
other little thing?
this?
I don't know.
It's like a it looks kind of like a crown. Wait, here we go. First look, new emojis. All right, hold on. Maybe it'll tell us. Smileys and colorful hearts.
All right, and
New
then the
emoji design. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bagel and cream cheese.
oh, look at that!
Oh, it's not telling me. All right. Well, if you guys figure out what this purple thing is, let me know.
It's a purple something or other. I don't even know what the heck that could possibly be. Yeah. So now we know. We are very excited. Do tell us what your favorite emojis are because we always talk about it. Now, on non-podcasting news, not that we haven't been talking about any podcasting related anything up to this moment.
Let's change the subject.
Let's-
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
No
We still
need.
haven't spoken about podcasting stuff. Okay, so I got because Jessica Kupferman gave me a gift certificate for Sephora
For her
for my
birthday.
birthday, and I finally shopped and I got myself, you guys, I got myself,
Guys.
you guys, this is the new, let's see if I can find it here. Like, why is it not?
Yeah.
Finding-
wait, back and go back and then push it forward. Bring it back to your face. Now you're frozen.
No, I'm not. You're frozen. Why is it not working?
I don't know. Bring it back to your face and then zoom it in again.
It's not working
This?
anymore. I'm very sad, but this is like a, oh my God, screen. This is not fun. I would never be like a good. Oh, here we go. For a
Almost.
second.
Nope, it's still on you.
For a second, it got it. Oh my God. There we go.
Ah!
It's upside down.
Yeah. What does it say? Me,
You,
yours.
yours.
Cute.
And it is by a brand called GXVE, and it's the Gwen Stefani brand. You guys, this is so amazing. And it smells like vanilla.
Ooh, I love smelly.
And it's so pretty and so light. I love everything about this. And okay, so all of a sudden I decided
What a pretty color.
it's very pretty. It's very light and very gorgeous. And this color is called All My Love.
All my loving,
All my
I will
love.
give to you.
So the Gwen Stefani line is very awesome, and I love the design of these themselves. It's super like strong. It feels great, and I like the fact that it's square. It looks like there's a lot of stuff in it, meaning that it's not going to run out on me really quickly.
Is it sticky?
It is a little sticky. It is a little sticky.
Do we like that or do we not like that?
I do like it. It's nice. It's nice.
I like
But
sticky.
one of the reasons that I all of a sudden when I got these and I started to use it, I was like, how many makeup lines are out there by women over 50 that are creating things?
Yves Saint Laurent. I mean, you mean celebrities? Celebrities.
I mean, the new lines that have started that are led by a woman over 50. That is women over 50.
Jones Road by Bobbi Brown is a new one.
Yeah, that's right. It's a new one. And again, it's really fantastic to be able to see all of that. I just saw an advertising for that. But I really love this because there's so much, focus on things like, what's her name? Kylie Jenner and her lipstick and her lip kits, which is terrible. Which is all right. It's all right, right? But it's aimed at a totally different audience, right? It's always there. And there was something to me about being able to see alignment and support a line from somebody who was over 50 years old, which I think is like really cool. And the other thing that I really dig about this, and I feel the difference between Kylie's brand and this one, I don't even know how you say it. Is it Gziv? I don't even know. GXVE. How do you even pronounce that?
Probably just Give. She's just
Give. I don't know. Whatever.
Fancy pants with names.
Yeah. Anyway, but the reason that I really love this is like I went and I looked at her marketing. And yeah, she's in it, right? You can see that Gwen is in it, but not as much as other brands, right? Because there's a lot of brands like and I'm keep going to the Kardashians because they keep on putting stuff out, like all the things. And
it's so junky though.
And so much of the stuff that they sell though is obviously they are the biggest marketing, right? So if you remove their personality from the brand, it won't ever do as well, right? It just won't.
Yeah.
But with this thing, like I'm just kind of digging the fact that it's not wrapped around Gwen Stefani herself. That it's its own thing. No, what I'm saying is that she's not the one that's constantly being featured for the beauty brand. Like you have to I remember when I went in there, I was trying to find her. And I had to scroll down Instagram to find a picture of her that was something that was selling one of these products. Whereas the other time, usually that's not the case with some other brands. It's especially the younger generations. It's all about you're buying them versus what I think about this brand and the way that Gwen has set it up. Like all I kept thinking about was like, oh my God, if I'm starting a makeup brand, please don't ask me to be constantly coming in and doing photo shoots and promoting the crap out of this. Please, I will support it, but y'all go do your own thing.
The whole point of doing it with Gwen Stefani is because she's famous and will do the photo shoot. That's how you sell the. Listen, she's been wearing red lipstick since the dawn of time.
Of course, I'm just saying, if you go to the Give website right now, if you go to the Give Beauty, do you see Gwen right in your face?
Give
It's
beauty.
GXVE beauty, whatever.
I mean, not right at first.
Okay, it's like what the picture that you see when you
You
go
have to
on there
scroll down
is,
just a tiny bit, though. She's right there.
and then if no, look at this. I don't
I am
where.
looking at it. You scroll 1, 2, 3
She is
times.
at the magic. She's on the third and the fourth
Yeah.
thingy-majiggers. Like she's
And
below.
and
She's
fifth.
below, and everybody else is there, right? Now go to
Oh, yeah.
Kylie. KylieCosmetics.com.
Kylie Cosmetics. This portion of the show is the influencer portion, not the podcasting portion.
Yes, this is, and
I mean,
mind you,
Kylie, of course, because Kylie's mother makes sure her mug is on everything.
her entire front page is Kylie.
Is her.
There's like literally almost no other model.
Actually, I don't know if those are her lips.
It doesn't matter. What are you talking? Keep scrolling.
No, her face is at the top.
No, I know, but what I'm saying to you is keep scrolling. So those may not be her lips, but look at Kylie's barely there look. And then there is the Kylie Cosmetics, another picture of her, Kylie Skin, another picture of her.
Yeah,
Like the
but
Shop Our
she's
feed,
not the
there's like
model.
two
She's
of
there.
those. There are, look, all of them on the almost on the Shop Our feed at the bottom is Kylie.
Yeah, you're right.
They're like where, and again with the Gwen picture on there, she's there, but she's
Yeah.
not everything. Like the top model is not her.
Well, Gwen Stefani is not as, what's the word? Self-absorbed, maybe, as a Kardashian.
And also with the Gwen Stefani, the second model that you see right above her is an older woman. She looks like she's older than 50.
Do you think that her cosmetics are made for older women? Like the only other one besides Jones Road that I know is Il Maquillage. That one is supposed to be for older skin as well. And Clinique, actually.
I don't think that this is specifically for older skin. I think that this is just something that she is, period, right?
Well, then naturally it would be for women her age, I would think.
Yeah, I would think that she would probably push a little bit more to make sure that things work for her face.
Let's see.
Well, actually, J-Lo. Okay, so J-Lo has a line of things too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
But you know
J-Lo.
what? But you know what? The whole I actually have never used any. Does she have makeup though? I think she
Yeah.
does. She have makeup?
Yeah, but it's mostly skincare, but yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think it's more like skincare stuff. I think that I don't know. I mean,
You know, Lizzo has a line of like shapewear,
Yeah.
exercise
Yitty-
wear,
her Yitty stuff.
pajamas, giddy, which is
Giddy,
amazing.
yeah.
But she's like 35 or something. I want shapewear and underpants from like Roseanne Barr. Like I want a fat old lady to sell me undergarments. Like Lizzo's, she's like pleasantly plush, but she's young. Young people can wear anything. It doesn't matter their size.
this is
I
true.
want to see scary old lady underpants.
I don't think
I
that
want,
would
like-
sell too well.
I mean, Lizzo's boobs probably stay where they're supposed to be by themselves. I want to see like what you do if you're tucking them in your pants. I need like projective underwear for like the next 20 years.
I don't know if that's gonna.
Vonda, you sell me some shapewear. I mean, she's skinny as a rail, but those boobs are in her belt.
Listen,
They
I'm
gotta
sure there are, but it's like you can't really sell scary shapewear. I mean, I guess that could be a brand.
be.
Scary
I think you
shape.
call it that.
I know.
Scary shapewear.
Scary
That's
shapewear.
that's my next new company. Scary shapewear.
Yeah.
For old saggy bitches, we'll call it.
But you know what? Oh my God. But that I hadn't really thought about that either, because you think about already there's like the overrepresentation of shapewear for skinny people and for like, what society
that's
tells
why
you
I
to
like
be
Lizzo's
is
thing,
like a
yeah.
lot, right?
Yeah, yes.
And there's very little representation for larger sizes. And Lizzo is changing the game. But
There's
yes,
really one, and it's
she
Lizzo.
is. Yeah, and she's younger. And so therefore I
Well,
get that. I get the feel. I get it.
hold on, let me
Maybe
see how old she is. All I know is she's younger than me.
yeah, but she's also but you're talking more over 50.
She's
I know
34.
you're not over 50, but I'm saying
When she was born, I was in 8th grade. She was born in she's 34. So like, yeah, I want someone I want 50 plus shapewear and underwear company. It doesn't have to be Jane Fonda. She's skinny as a rail. That's why I said Roseanne Barr, although I know that she said very racist things. But like, who can we emulate that's not racist?
that's
Who
an
can
older
we-
over 50 plus size type.
plus size woman. Melissa McCarthy. Boom.
Oh my
Sorry.
God, dude.
I'm a mess
John.
today.
Sorry, John.
Melissa
Sorry, John.
McCarthy had a line of clothing, but she closed it. But it was gorgeous. She did a collab with Seven jeans, and it was amazing. Loved the clothes. They don't come out anymore. Rebel Wilson, she's kind of my age. They're both white though. Like who's
No, Rebel's not kind of your age.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg.
She would be great. Oh, Octavia Spencer. Perfect.
Oh,
I love her.
yeah.
Octavia, if you're listening, scary shapewear. You're welcome. She's not scary.
She's
though.
gonna run exactly. No, she's not scary, but she's not gonna go for that brand. Octavia is
just be
not
called
scary.
Octavia. That's a very cool name.
That's a cool word.
It is. She.
I mean, brand as a not
Octavia,
cool word.
not Octavia's Angels, just Octavia. Octavia, like Madonna.
That would be amazing, and that would actually. That's great. Anyway, go ahead and you're welcome. Yes,
that is royalty free. Just take it, Octavia. You're welcome to it. My pleasure.
And speaking of YouTube, no, I'm just kidding.
What?
There was no. I said, in speaking of YouTube, we haven't even talked about YouTube.
There's a bunch to talk about. Let's.
Yeah. We're gonna be.
The rest of the show is going to be all about YouTube, I think, except for at the end.
Well, that's right. And actually, the rest of the show is like, it's the same news. And unfortunately, I'll give you a TLDR right now for everybody who wants to know what's going on with YouTube and podcasting and the announcement that happened at Fest.
Unforgettable.
I have to I was going to say unfair, but it's not unfair. On Fest. Oh my gosh. What is it called?
What?
On Air Fest. Oh my gosh, that's what it was. On Air Fest. Oh my God. I was like, on Fest? What? Okay.
I cannot imagine what you're trying to say.
Sorry. So this was announced. I'm going to re-say that. Sorry, John. I'm just pause. So now we're going to be talking about the announcement that happened at On Air Fest. Just about a week or so ago. It happened over in Brooklyn, part of the Hot Pod Summit. And the YouTube team was there and they came in and they were like, oh my God, YouTube and now podcasts and and scene. And so then everybody started going crazy. This is incredible. This is amazing. But there's many, many, many questions still that are yet to be answered. But one really, I'm not even going to clarify anything because we only know a little bit and we don't know the full thing. I can't even give you all of the deets because who knows? Because they're very vague and YouTube was very vague. And as far as I know now, when we are recording, there has been no more clarification. But the thing is that YouTube Music is going to be supporting podcasts, audio podcasts. Okay. So still happening on YouTube. There's still podcasts in the same way we all understand podcasts to be on YouTube. There are maybe some best practices that they have shared in the past about creating playlists and having podcasts on YouTube and all kinds of stuff that is very YouTube centric. But they are also going to be adding in the same way. So imagine the way that Spotify was only for music and then they had podcasts and then now you can consume both inside of the Spotify app. They're doing that same thing for YouTube Music. So YouTube Music will also now support podcasts. And from what I understand, they are going to be supporting them through RSS at some point. But I don't think that they do now. So for those of you who are listening, who are like, oh my God, me, we don't know how to do it yet. They haven't said anything how to do whatever it is that they're going to be putting out. And we don't know how one goes around about doing said thing of getting your show inside of YouTube Music. Now, I did see some numbers, and I think, obviously everybody uses YouTube. There's like a bazillion million like users, 480 plus million. I just quoted that. I don't know that's a quote or not. I just came up with that number, but it's like 3 figures. And I believe the number that I saw for YouTube Music users is 88 million. So the reach between like 400,000 million versus 80 million is not the same. And so it's less reach, but still though, come on, YouTube Music. There's a lot of naysayers about it. Go ahead.
Like what?
They're
Why?
like, are they? Well, actually, it's really people going like, really, YouTube? You always announce things, and Google, because it's part of Google, right?
Yeah.
And Google is always saying things, but they always drop things and they never do what they say. And are they
Listen.
really going to do it or are they not going to do it?
I feel like you're describing me. I'm the same way. Me and Google, we're like this. Because listen, things move fast. If it's not working, you dump it. No
Yes,
apologies.
Exactly. That's exactly what
You
people
gotta
are
move fast.
afraid of.
Yeah. Look how long they kept around Google Plus. I mean, that was a disaster.
Yeah.
You got to keep things in beta. You got to keep things liquid. You got to keep it fluid. Got to keep it moving and shaking.
They tend to do stuff like that, though, where they'll fund something and they get all excited and then they go away. So now people are going like, oh, no. But here, bottom line is this. This is my hot take without any information.
All right.
Okay.
Great. The best kind of hot take is uneducated
exactly.
and uninformed.
Yes. Well, actually, you know what? There is a little bit of education. I'm just not educated about the actual.
Not informed.
Yes, not informed about the actual thing happening now. If your show, like, She Podcast is on YouTube, there are other podcasts who are putting their stuff on YouTube. People are cross-posting their audio podcasts with just like a static image in front and creating audiograms and putting them on.
Yeah.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
That's it. Just keep doing what you're doing.
That's a hot take? That's not a
That's my hot take. No, as in like there's nothing that's going to make or break your podcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's not. Plus, most of us know that views for these type of podcasts on YouTube are essentially zero. There's a lot of people who are putting it up there and nobody's watching. That said, though, hold up. Here's my hot take for people who are listening, and I'd love to get some feedback from you all, really. So feedback@shepodcast.com. And please prove me wrong because I want to know this. Okay. So there are some people who create, like audiograms using Headliner and cross post to YouTube, or they use Libsyn and they just hook up their YouTube thing and it automatically gets published onto YouTube. And then they're like, oh, but I'm not getting any views. Like nobody's essentially watching this. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what are you doing weekly or whenever you release an episode to optimize that for YouTube? Are you filling out your description? Are you using titles that draw attention to them? Are you making sure that the tags are being used? And here's the kicker. Are you promoting your YouTube podcast episode in other places too? Mm-hmm. Or are you just cross-posting and then leaving it there? Because if that's what you're doing, no wonder nobody's listening, watching your thing. Because whenever Bless You does.
Excuse me.
Oh my goodness. You have to understand, like, I've been working like very hard with the Libsyn YouTube team. So we have a team that works on content for YouTube specifically. And the amount of work that goes into making sure we have the right title, making sure we have the right thumbnail, making sure that we have the right keywords, making sure the description is set there, updating the stuff, putting it in the playlist, all of that stuff. There's like a whole team of us that are putting all those pieces together. And if you are cross-posting your audio piece to YouTube and then letting it fly, it's not, sorry,
Yeah.
not going to get whatever it is that you're looking to get because you're not optimizing for it. So what do you think?
I mean, I was just coaching someone on this yesterday. Like, it's not enough to just do. I mean, it's obviously it's an obvious statement, but it's not enough to do as little as possible, right? Like, you can't just follow the one rule and then be done. You have to be all in, or you don't see growth. That's all.
Yeah. And also, you don't have to do that, right? So let's say,
well, you don't have to do anything, but if you are going to do something, it should be done properly and all the way through.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you though, Jess, is that like for us at this point, like I would like us to focus on being able to optimize our stuff on YouTube a little bit more. But it takes a lot of resources to do, not a lot, but it's like we have to make sure that we create a thumbnail that is different every single time, that's like weird and quirky, and us going like this.
Do that for our episode. I mean, that's true. We'd have to be like,
yeah, we have to do those types. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's not the same. It has to be like a very specific type of thumbnail. We have to change the episode title. It can't be watch us record episode 390. Like we have to change the title. We have to also add appropriate descriptions in there. We have to make sure it's added to a playlist. Like all of that stuff is
keyword it.
Keyword, yeah.
The whole thing.
I don't know. Anywhere from 1 to maybe 2 hours, possibly 1 if we. But what I'm saying is, if we were to have to pick as a producer, as a creator that's doing all of the things yourself. Yeah. You don't have to do all of that if you're getting results from, like, let's say Twitter, and that's where all your people are, or maybe Instagram, and that's where all your people are. It doesn't hurt anything for you to cross post to YouTube and call it a day. Now, if you're going to be complaining,
which is what we're doing, but it's not getting us any results.
Of course, that's what I'm saying, and call it a day. Now, if you want to see results, people subscribing to your channel, people watching you on, YouTube, or then you're going to have to spend time there. It's not magically going to happen.
I know.
It's just not.
True.
So you can't complain about it.
It's the two things that I probably should be doing first that I end up doing last, which is SEO and YouTube. I mean, I have SEO, but I mean, I've never, and I have someone that helps us with it, but I don't have a SEO scientist weighing and optioning the odds and our competitive keywords and that whole thing. I mean, maybe she does. I don't know what she does with it.
There's a lot. Yeah, works on it, it's a whole thing. But both
of those things are very sciencey. SEO and YouTube feel like a big science. There are tools that help you with YouTube.
They are. We use them.
I don't remember what it's called.
TubeBuddy.
Yes, thank you, TubeBuddy. Yeah, where you put in the title and it helps you keyword it. You put in what it's about and it gives you optional stuff.
Yep, it does. But all I'm saying is that all of those things take up time, right? And what's the bottom, to me, what's the end goal for you as a producer? Right now, I'm not talking to you, Jessica, but as a producer of your own thing, what is the ultimate goal from the podcast or the content that you're creating? Is it, for us, I feel selling tickets is possibly the number one thing we need to be doing.
Well, we haven't talked about the event the whole time, and we've been talking for 45 minutes. Right. So we're not doing a good job of that at this moment.
No, we're not. But that's the key. But that's really what we need to be doing. We need to be selling the event. We need to be selling the event. And I think that because that's the key thing to do, everything that we do in terms of promotion, and especially with the She Podcast stuff, of course I would love to optimize the YouTube thing, but I would eventually say to you, can we push all of that till after the event and then really zero in on processes after the event on optimizing some YouTube stuff? Because if you spend the time, however amount of hours to do that for our stuff right now. It just feels like it's taking away from resources that could be going to selling tickets.
Well, so don't forget that I've been working on this event since December of 2021.
Right.
So, like,
it doesn't
it
matter
has,
though. It's
no,
still
I
the
know, but
same
I'm
thing,
saying
right?
like I mean, like I may have had this like epiphany 2 years ago and said, "Oh, I'll do it after the event," and then we just didn't have it, and like
Right.
we postponed it. So, like, yeah, I mean, I do want to focus on it big time, but you're right, it can't really be done until June, July, let's say, maybe August, because I'm going to take a long time.
Yeah.
off,
And I think that's important for everybody to really think about that. Just because
Mhm.
something's supported, just because you're not getting results on that one thing, like we're not getting subscribers to our YouTube channel. Is
Mhm.
that really helping to sell tickets though? Right. So do we care? No.
Not now,
So
we don't. Not right now, we don't.
not right
No,
now.
we don't.
Exactly. And so I think that there's something to be said about you making choices based on what you want. Now, if you are really super gung-ho about your content and you feel it's like the most incredible content ever, and you really want to work with sponsors and
Mhm.
advertisers or something like that and partners, and you need to do that, then your reach for your show needs to show numbers, because that's unfortunately that's what a lot of people are looking for. They're looking for reach, and the more data you can give them, the more of a possible yes you will have. So it
Mhm.
would behoove you to really
Behoove, she said.
you to work on optimizing your platforms for the most reach, so that you can be able to land those sponsors, if that's your goal, right? If that's your goal. Now, if we don't really have that goal in terms of the show, She Podcast,
Right.
the podcast is not necessarily the thing that's going to sell us all the tickets, although we want to sell all the tickets because you listen to our show. We want
Yes,
everybody who
of
listens to
course.
Hey, if everybody who listens to our podcast and subscribes to a podcast bought a ticket, Jessica, you'd be covered.
Oh, I know. In fact,
So in fact, yes.
if
Yes.
everyone just I mean, yeah. I mean, if the speakers, if you're listening in your speaker, if everyone just brought 3 people, we'd be covered.
Mhm. How about that?
Just think about that.
If you
All you
just sell, oh my
find
God,
3
how
people that
amazing.
wanna come. That's it.
Seriously. So if you're listening to this episode and you do not have a She Podcast ticket, I don't care. Buy a ticket, even if you can't attend. Just do it, because it will help. No, I'm serious. Like,
Oh,
in
I
all
know.
honesty, just buy a ticket. Buy a
Please.
ticket. The end. If you,
Please.
yes, that is it. That's the
Buy a
call to action.
one-day pass. I
Buy a
mean, maybe
ticket.
you'll come, maybe you won't, but we have payment plans. We have one-day passes. You know, and first of all, she said whether you come or not, buy a ticket. But I mean, we'd also really like you to come and
Yeah.
see you. And it is for every level of podcaster. Like, it's not just for beginners. It's not just for people who are trying to get in the game or who feel they're ready to monetize. Like, the podcasters who have been in it for a while, we have content for you too. If it's not about, you know, if your podcast is perfect, first of all, mazel tov and congratulations. But we also have self-care things, and you know, maybe you need a new system. Maybe you want to learn about a new social media channel that you've not utilized before. We have TikTok, we have, you know, Instagram Reels, we have all the things. So we have branding and naming and everything, monetizing, writing books, becoming a speaker, you know, VAs that'll teach you how to put up like all kinds of like marketing systems to make things easier, producers and editors to teach you how to get the best sound out of your equipment, all the things.
All
So,
the things.
so yeah, go to shepodcastlive.com, buy a ticket. You know, even if it's just to support the community, it would be
Correct.
immensely grateful. I would be immensely grateful because, you know, the last event was rough. It was felt like it was in the middle of the pandemic, and you know, we want to make this event the best we possibly can, and we really need your help to do that. So thank you in advance. But also, it's going to be so much fun. This hotel is amazing. It's in Washington D.C., nation's capital. It's like a museum of art in a hotel. Like every piece of art. First of all, the gate to the either the mall or the casino was designed by Bob Dylan.
Oh my God.
For Pete's sake.
What?
I'm not joking.
That is the most bizarre. Like, okay.
It's an ornate metal gate with, art. It's an art piece. It's a Bob Dylan installation that also serves to be the opening of a big part of the hotel. It's really cool.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yep. Yeah, it's Bob Dylan. Anyway, sorry, that was really bad. That was
Holy
the worst Bob Dylan
monkeys.
impression
Only
ever.
monkeys.
Okay. Did you want to talk about what's next here?
Oh my God. I don't know. So I don't know if we have enough time to really dig into this, but I found this
I think we should talk about it anyway.
This what is it? Study. This study. It's a study.
A fascinating study.
Fascinating study. Mind you, but before we get into it, I am very into Mastodon. Like, I'm just letting you know, because I'm such a freak when it comes to like trying new things.
Let me tell you something. Wait, let's just start for a second. Okay, I go on mastodon.social.
Yeah.
I go to create an account. I hit whatever the accept of the rules. Now it wants to know display name, username. If I give it all that and click sign up, then it asks me what server, and I'm done. I can't go further. Yeah. I don't know what they want.
So now I know. So now hold on one second. I will send you an app. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's called Mammoth.
What are you calling Mammoth?
Jessica. Hold on one second. So Mammoth for Mastodon, that's what it's called. So here, I'm going to give it to you right now, and it's going to be in the show notes. But I'm going to share it with Jessica. So one of the reasons, and I'm going to put it in the public chat, but I'll also put it in the private chat just for you to see it.
All right, thanks.
Okay, so Mammoth for Mastodon was just released. It is a venture-backed app. From the Mozilla from the browser, Firefox folks. Mozilla has funded this project, and it is a new Mastodon client. And that thing that you just mentioned, that is a problem because you don't know what instance, and you don't know the thing, and you don't know what the thing is. This actually, when you sign up here, they do it for you. They kind of take care of it for you here.
Okay, cool.
And they're solving that problem so that you can, so they figured all that stuff out for you. Anyway, I am on an instance that's funny. It's actually, you can find me at lc@mastodon.coffee, because that's the one that I signed up for. The instance that I found out for is mastodon.coffee. That's the one that I chose simply because it was super non-affiliated with anything other than coffee.
Smart.
And so I was like, this is really great. And I really like it. I like being there. I also figured out how to use so many aspects of it. So I'm not feeling incredibly like I don't know what's going on. So, but I am actually connecting with lots of really interesting people in there. I'm digging it like you would not believe. Like, I literally am like, the only reason I go on Twitter is for essentially to touch base with some friends. But other than that, I'm all in on Mastodon. I really love it. But anyway, there's a woman that I follow on Mastodon who just focuses on gender and tech and psychology and business, and it's so neato. And so she shared this study from Berkeley, and it is called When and Why Gender Differences Emerge for Sexual Harassment Behavior. And they went down the road of trying to figure out why, like, what's the motive for people who sexually harass at work? And
it's power, obviously. Does this study even need to be done? Obviously, it's to gain power over someone so you can intimidate them because people are evil.
But also you would not. But it's the opposite of what you're thinking. So the people who actually do the sexual harassment the most are men that are looking for power, not powerful men, not the ones that have the power.
The whole point of sexual harassment is to gain intimidation factor over the person.
And so so they feel, these men, the powerless men feel that being sexual whatever is somehow giving them more clout or more power. So, but mind you, it's not necessarily powerlessness, but desire for power.
Mm-hmm.
So that's neat. So the practical conclusions of the study was number one, the desire for power, not attraction, is a red flag for sexual harassment. So I thought,
go ahead.
what? No, I mean, yeah, go ahead.
This
I don't know.
study was with 600 online participants who were on average 34 years old. Of course, that's going to be the conclusion, but try doing this study with people who are like 40 to 60. I guarantee you it's going to be a completely different answer because those people are already in power. So of course 35-year-olds are going to be like, well, I really want to, get ahead. But the guys, you don't ask anyone who's already in a position of power. This study is like completely, what's the word? Kind of biased based on age, I think.
But also it is a wonderful way to shift what's happening in the future, correct?
Well, yes, that's true. Yes.
Okay, so then we can at least think about it from that perspective. But agreed on the age factor.
I just don't want it to be understood that in general, all people who harass do it to get ahead, because we already know from all the people who've been in the news who were in power, that's not true.
And I do like about this study, what I do like about this is that it centers, like the practical conclusions in the study really center the person who might be the harasser. So
that's
like
true.
In number one, like that practice, the desire, but like the one thing that they say on there for the desire for power at the end, like the tip is, quote, paying attention to how much you desire power could help you avoid problematic flirting. If you feel lack of power, this could serve as a warning device for flirtation that might be asymmetrically desired. End quote. But I mean, hey, listen, this is for the younger generation. You're correct. Because anybody who's like in their 50s,
it's just bias based on sample study.
But listen, let's continue on. So now, number 2.
Okay.
Beware rationalizing your behavior as playful and seek feedback when in doubt. Like, I think this is helpful for my kids. You know what I mean? So that they could like aspire to not have a sexually harassed life at work.
Okay.
Right? So this is help for the harasser. Quote, if you find yourself prone to rationalizing your behavior as just flirting, then you might have a blind spot as to behavior that is problematic and could escalate into a major career problem. End quote.
Yeah.
But this is neat. Number 3 is update beliefs about who flirts at work.
Well, clearly people with nothing to lose for start. I mean,
this is true. This is true.
Business owners, let's say.
Yeah.
I don't know about where you live, but Delaware is what's called an at-will state. They can fire you at any time for any reason, not tell you what it is, and no one cares. I'm serious. I got fired once for being pregnant. I had no leg to stand on at all.
Oh my.
There's nothing wrong with it. They can just fire you for whatever. This is with Emily, my daughter. Yeah, I was working at oddly, I was an accountant for Burlington Coat Factory of all things. Oh my. And I got the job like all excited.
You were an accountant?
Yes, I was a bookkeeper. I added up all the tills and gave them a daily report. I know it's the craziest. Listen,
I don't think I've heard this story. This is the first time. I was also
a credit card collector. Well, I trained someone to work with me for when I went on maternity, and then they just fucking fired me. They were like, "Thank you, bye." I was so pissed.
Yes, and this is kind of still happening, but go ahead.
Oh, well, the rest of this, there's not really much to tell. I mean, I will tell you that there was a wallet with $60 found in it, and every day I was so broke when I worked there. I was probably like 24, 23, 22. No, it's 22. I was so broke that every day I thought about taking this money, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to do it because it's not the right thing to do. Someone's going to come in for this wallet. Someone's going to know it's there. They're going to know I steal it. Then I got fired, and what do you think the first thing I thought was? Fuck, I should have taken that money. all this, I like wrestled with myself every day because I needed it so bad. So bad. There
I
were
hear
days I
you.
couldn't eat lunch. I was
I
so
mean-
fucking hungry and broke, but then they fired me. And then I was like, ethics, be gone with you.
Ethics be gone with you.
Anyway,
Wow.
that's it. That's not really a story.
That was about the yes, okay. But
Anyway,
now,
but back
can
to
I
what we were discussing. Yeah.
yeah,
so,
but we're gonna I'll have everybody else listen, or not listen. Read the story. It's gonna be in the show
Yes.
notes so that you can the study, not the story.
just remember what I said. Always when you listen to a study, because people like to hear statistics and then go spout them off without
Yes.
thinking critically why, especially if a study's results sound surprising to you, the first thing I want you to do from now on is look at how many people were surveyed and who they were and what situation they're in, because that will often break the statistics down into obviousness.
And
It's
yeah.
obvious that these 34-year-old motherfuckers are just harassing people to get ahead because they don't know what else to do. They probably feel pressure. That's probably what their stupid fathers taught them, whatever.
but
I don't know.
And also though, I mean,
I love men, by the way. Men are the best.
I really want to call attention to the fact that this, for me, when I read that, I immediately thought of my kids. I immediately thought of what a good way for me to be able to share some of this information. At least this is being done now so that future generations can really start to recognize what's going on that can be changed. So that's where I was looking at it from. Mind you, I am going to also share the person that I was following that had the study. Her name is Amy Deal. She's an IT leader, gender bias expert, and speaker.
Nice.
And her like what she's posting on Mastodon is everything. She keeps sharing all of these incredible studies all about gender bias, and it's amazing. So I'm super loving that aspect of it.
Yeah, it is really good that they're doing that, and you can tell your kids about it. Because if you know how else you can tell your kids about it, watch any show that occurred before the year 2010.
Oh my God, you're right.
And I assure you, like Isaac, like we've been watching Seinfeld, and it's a lot about people's physical flaws, big noses and eating habits and pants, whatever. Like it's all very, I mean, it's supposed to be shallow. It was funny then, but that shit they would never put that on the air now, ever. It
is, you're right about that. There's a lot of stuff where I kind of cringe. I'm like,
we watch MASH a lot too. And the one thing that makes me cringe the most is like when the doctors or nurses are working together in the OR, often the doctor will call the nurse honey. Come on, give me that oxygen, honey. Hurry up, honey. I need it. And I'm like, I hate that. It's not even, I mean, not to mention the fact that like the main character, Hawkeye, is constantly talking about getting in the pants of the nurses. Any nurse will do, but like it doesn't even matter. It's nurses he's been with before, nurses who've been with Trapper, nurses, like just doesn't even matter. But like, it's the honey, it's so, it just would never fly. Like you would never ever be in an OR and hear a doctor go, come on, honey, I need that oxygen. Hell no. Anyway, it's just, yeah, I mean, this is a good too, but I've just been noticing from watching old shows. Watching old shows is really fun, actually.
It's very fun, but it is kind of glaring. There's so many things where you're just like,
it's ridiculous.
Eek.
So
and
ridiculous.
Stuff that you just didn't even think about. Like, what was the other thing that I was like, whoa, like 16 Candles. And like, there's like a scene in there where like, she falls asleep and like the other dudes and like the guy.
And Revenge of the Nerds too, which I mean actually is a win for the nerd, but he ends up going in the tent pretending he's her boyfriend, having sex with her, and then all of a sudden she's like bowled over by his skills, which fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like all of the things. Yeah, it's all
the
violation
like, part.
No, I know.
She falls in love with him because he like hid and was a different guy that it's total. Yeah, that would never. How did that even fly in the first place?
Yeah, but hey, listen, if we're talking about that, though, I mean, it's not the same as Revenge of the Nerds, but the Wonder Woman thing. That's also
What Wonder
the
Woman thing?
the second Wonder Woman. What is it? Second, yeah, where she like he comes back, but he's a different dude. Like she has,
Oh yeah.
it's like a different guy, and then he takes over his body.
Yes. Well, that's just evil.
Yeah, but it's still a little weird.
But
It's
we
like,
accepted these other things as like, oh, it's hilarious. He tricked her and wah wah. Like, like that guy, like Chris Pine was actually, he was body snatchered. That's different. It's different. He couldn't help it. I mean, it's not a nice
well, what
thing
are you
to
talking
do.
about? Still, though, I mean, it's somebody else's body. But anyway, whatever.
I know it's not a nice thing to do, certainly, but that's an evil villain. Like the guys who were doing in 16 Candles and Revenge of the Nerds, those were the heroes. We were supposed to be
Well, Chris
rooting
Pine
for
was
them,
not
and in
evil.
both cases, they raped someone. Like it's so bad.
I
What?
know.
And what about like Long Duck Dong with his face
With-
in that enormous girl's boobs?
Yeah, but also
the fact that he was called Long Duck Dong.
I know,
for
and
fuck's
like
sake.
just the Asian
Yes,
cultural
just the-
horrificness that whole thing was. It was
The
just,
whole thing is so bad.
and yet, like that
So
was a favorite movie for at least those of us growing up in the 80s. Like every John Hughes movies was like, oh my God. It was everything.
And also to
I
be
did.
fair to John Hughes, I never expected to have my hair cut and be taken advantage of at a party. Like even though I saw that before I was in high school, like I never considered that like a funny expectation that might happen.
Also, I mean, yeah. And I mean, obviously,
maybe
the
we were
sexual
just a little
assault.
tougher
Yeah.
with what we thought was funny. Like it didn't affect me or make me upset. It does now because it's so
Because you
glaringly
see what you're
inappropriate.
well, that the whole I think that the whole point is that because if you think about it from the perspective of having that happen to you, like just the sexual assault part, and then you are going to the police or something and you're like, this is not okay. This happened to me. And they're like, it's kind of like the movie.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's it's because of the right. What's first, right? The movie is okay with it all. There's no question. There's nothing about it. It's just like, oh, it's okay. And then we kind of go, it's all right.
We just were like, whatevs. I wasn't, obviously we weren't offended, but I also wasn't made afraid by it or assumed a man would do this to me. Like anytime I was at a high school party, I always felt like at least 3 people had my back to make sure I didn't like barf in my own whatever, pockets or something. Like I always felt like I had people that would be looking out for me if I did ever get too drunk, which I didn't really. But I wanted to say something else.
Mhm.
Those movies kind of made me afraid to be wealthy because
they were it was all wealthy and not wealthy.
But their houses were trashed in every movie. Risky Business, Weird Science, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink. Every rich couple's house was trashed beyond recognition. What is the point of collecting and buying nice things if your kid is just going to smash it into a million pieces? No, thank you. I wonder how many people have money issues because of those.
Oh, come on. No.
Those are our money stories now, right? Like, I don't want to be rich because God forbid Tom Cruise runs a brothel out of my living room.
Yeah, no. That's never even crossed my mind. It was always like, no, the narrative, in terms of the rich versus poor, the narrative that stuck with me is that rich people are shallow.
Stupid?
Shallow,
right.
Yeah, shallow, and they like, and so that in terms of a money story and the way that the world presents wealth or all of that stuff, they do they make wealthy people be these automatons who don't have feelings, and they're generally evil or not the good person, that there's something inherently good about the person who doesn't have money. So they ship that is for sure was put into those culturally, that cultural story. I never just that thing that you just shared. No, that was like, what? No, any kid could destroy your house.
It just was always the richest kid.
Yeah,
it was always the most enormous house. The richest kid treated their parents' stuff like just absolute trash, which I see now you're saying gives you the idea that rich people are just shallow. They're not going to care. They're all their expensive shit is disposable. But I just remember thinking in some of those, especially Weird Science, like that they had a motorcycle gang in there riding up and down the staircase.
Yeah, there's a lot
And I
of
thought
stuff.
my parents would kill me, bury me, and tell everyone I went missing and just get away with it. They would fucking kill me if I did that to their house. And we weren't even that rich. Like we didn't have, like it wasn't like that.
I think
It's
that
middle
there's
class, you know, but like I was like,
Yeah.
they would kill me. They would just kill me. They wouldn't tell anyone at all. Just kill me right out.
there was I mean, I think for me it just was so outside of my realm of experience, as in like that's not real. Like
Yeah.
most of these movies were
Well,
like
all of Weird Science isn't real. I mean, they put
Right,
a bra
no,
on
but I
their
mean,
head
it
and
was
made
just
a kid, made a
ex-
person.
extra, right? You know, it was just so much more.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know, the other thing too is there was an awful lot of stuff happening between adults and teenagers. Like the Weird Science thing. How old are they? They're like teenagers, aren't they?
13, 14.
And then like there's the,
she's
you
like
know,
25.
what was her name?
But
Kelly.
to be all she did was make out with the younger one. They never
But
had sex.
okay,
They didn't
how would
shower
you-
together. at
Yeah,
all.
but still though, come on now.
They
How old is she?
showered
In her
together.
20s? Making out with
25
like
she's
a
supposed to be.
it's making out with
Making
like
out with
a
a
teenage
15-year-old. It's gross, but it's
It's
okay because they
gross!
wanted
Don't
her.
make
It's
it
okay because they
bigger!
wanted her. They wanted her, right?
It
So
doesn't
it's okay.
matter.
I'm joking. It's
It's
not
just
okay, but I'm
weird.
just saying it was explained as being okay because she was hot.
Yeah, there's so much problems with this. But anyway, okay, I think we're done.
So much. And yes,
so
we're
much.
probably
I
done.
don't even know how we ended up in this conversation. But anyway,
I mean, because
We
we
are
were talking
done.
about sexual harassment.
the study,
And then we got into
young people,
80s movies.
which is why you're saying that none of us experienced that because 80s movies raised us.
Right.
And therefore, the power structure is reflective of the movies that raised us.
I wonder if people 10 years older than us, like, is that really a good representative of culture for those who are now like 60-ish? Like, did people really, we should ask people we know, like, did people really trash other people's houses or secretly have sex with people while they were drunk? Or
Probably that. Yes. I don't know
mean,
about
actually,
the trashing of
I
the
was at a
houses.
party where that happened once, but to be fair, the drunk person was really begging, like really begging. He still shouldn't have done it, but like she just would not leave him alone. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I know it's terrible, and that was her virginity too, which is kind of bad. Anyway, but like, yeah, I just want to know: is that? I mean, besides putting a bra on your head and making a Barbie doll, like, is that representative? I mean, I know it's representative of how jocks and nerds were treated because I was there in middle school for that shit. I knew that it was absolutely 100% accurate. If you were a nerd or smart in any fashion, you were just laughed at. 100%. Even just having glasses was enough. But now glasses are cool, so there's nothing to laugh at. But
They're
back
very
then,
cool.
you were just a 12-year-old granny because he had the big thick shit with the plastic lens and there was no way to look cool. There was no way to look cool. No way.
But
You
now,
couldn't do it.
now
All right,
yes.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Wait, we're done. We're finished
We're
with
done.
our show.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
being here with us. Although no one really showed up live to watch us today, we're cool with it, yo. It's cool. Thank you so much for those of you who did. And thank you for listening to our audio show. We love you and we appreciate it. If you want to see our show notes for today, get any of our links, go to shepodcast.com. Please go buy a ticket. Shepodcastlive.com to our event that is going to be Washington, D.C., June 19th through the 22nd. It's going to be an amazing time. And then what else do we want you to do? Oh, nominate your favorite podcaster for a Sonic Bloom Award. Go to sonicbloomawards.com. You know a podcaster that fits into at least one of these categories, and we want you to help celebrate them, recognize them, award them for their hard work in the industry, on their show, in life, whatever you want. But just, give them an opportunity to win an award. They deserve it. You deserve it. Nominate yourself if you want. We are on social media at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest at She Podcasts. And you can email us feedback@shepodcast.com and one of us will actually answer you. I'm almost guaranteeing it. So anyway, thank you so much. Love you.
Mean it.
Bye.
One almost
Okay.
guaranteeing. I love that. We are the, I was thinking like we are the show that, hold on, I'm gonna make sure that I save this. 390, right?
390. Yeah. Let me turn it off.
Oh my God, I forgot what I was gonna say. So who cares? It's not important. But I
No, it's
think that
fine.
we
We're
need
the
to
show
end the
that-
broadcast now.
Oh yeah. Bye, Melissa. Because I know it's you. Bye. See you in a minute. Talk to you later.
Well,
Bye.